Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Good afternoon. You are welcome to Martin Luther King Church. My name is Pastor Michael Dozu. We are celebrating the Martin Luther King birthday, and join us to celebrate together. God bless you and stay blessed.
Herzlich willkommen aus unserer Martin Luther King Kirche zusammen mit meinem lieben Kollegen und Freund Pastor Michael Dozu feiern wir zusammen den Geburtstag unseres Namenspatrons Martin Luther King Jr. und wir sagen, komm, feiert mit uns, let's celebrate together.
Yes, let's celebrate together.
Three days ago, on January 15th, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would have celebrated his 92nd birthday. Today, on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Americans celebrate his life and his legacy. Today, we reflect on Dr. King's contribution to and sacrifice for our nation, and on the inspiration and pledge that he instilled in us to make America what it ought to be. I am honored to join the Martin Luther King Kirchengemeinde Steilshoop on this important day, and I am honored to participate in the virtual tribute to the civil rights leader whose name the congregation proudly bears. Steilshoop is home to people from all around the world. The congregation that you are a part of might well be considered a world house in its own right, a community interrelated and interdependent, sustained and nurtured by diversity and respect. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was established as a federal holiday in 1983. Long before it officially became part of the American national holiday calendar, my family made a conscious effort to observe Dr. King's birthday, to honor his contributions to our country. For as long as I can remember, the Akins family calendar marked January 15th as if it were celebrating one of our own. And we were. The day represented hope in the face of adversity. It meant going through life with our backs straightened, heads held high, and eyes firmly affixed on tomorrow's horizon. It meant renewing our shared responsibility as citizens, because we are not citizens related by one blood, one culture, one ethnicity, or even one heritage. We are bound by a document and the belief in an ideal. And therefore, as Dr. King reminded us in his last speech, every day we have the opportunity to make America a better nation. At a time of deep division in the United States, Martin Luther King Jr. stood up against racial segregation and social and economic inequality. His message of nonviolence and sustained activism reverberated far beyond the United States. It inspires and empowers people throughout the world who fight against injustice and oppression. Dr. King's struggle for equality knew no national boundaries. It drew strength from what he considered the most powerful tool in achieving a just world: our common humanity. As an American diplomat who has spent most of his adult life abroad, I've had the privilege to experience the inspiration and impact that Dr. King has left on the world. I saw it for 3 years when I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Zambia. I also saw it when I served as a diplomat in Malaysia, India, Afghanistan, Australia, and Indonesia. Here in Hamburg, Pastor Andreas Holzbauer and his congregation keep Dr. King's legacy alive with annual celebrations that embrace his philosophy of unity, solidarity, and compassion. As Dr. King put it, we are inevitably our brother's keeper because we are our brother's brother. Dr. King's words continue to touch, inspire, and guide us today as much as they did when he spoke and wrote them so many decades ago. While we have seen great progress in our societies, we are still facing the challenges of hatred, racism, and discrimination. As Dr. King's work remains unfinished, we continue to strive for a more perfect union. We are going on. It is up to all of us to fulfill Dr. King's dream. It is up to all of us to stand firm in his and our commitment to freedom, equality, justice, and dignity. Not just for some people, but for all people. Not for a race, but for humankind. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave us a vision for creating a better world. He also gave us the hope, the courage, and the conviction that we, through our shared humanity, can and will achieve a more just society. We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. In the spirit of these powerful words, happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day to all of you.
Birthday to Martin Luther King. Happy birthday to Martin Luther King. Happy birthday.